Liverpool supporters have been given fresh reason for optimism after Fabrizio Romano delivered a key update that could have a major impact on the club's plans. The trusted transfer expert has shed light on a development that looks set to benefit the Reds both on and off the pitch, offering a timely boost as Arne Slot continues shaping his squad for the challenges ahead. With important fixtures on the horizon and January fast approaching, Romano's latest revelation has certainly caught the attention of those at Anfield. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Liverpool head coach Arne Slot admits they are well aware of the scrutiny on his side after 3 successive defeats, but does not believe the players wake up at night worrying about it. After reeling off 7 straight wins, they then lost 3 times in the week before the international break. Slot admits having almost 2 weeks without being able to work with his players has had positives and negatives, but as they seek to avoid losing 4 in a row for the first time since November 2014, he does not believe it is weighing heavily on his squad. "These players might need me, but I don't think they need me to tell them what has happened," he said ahead of the visit of arch rivals Manchester United, against whom they are looking to set a club record 10 matches without defeat. "Results don't lie. If you lose 3 in a row, we have to do better." But I think these players that have experienced so many things don't wake up at night thinking, "Oh, we lost 3 times." We need to be aware of that, and we are aware of that, and we need to react to that. But we have to give the same reaction if we win 3 times in a row, and Manchester United is on the fixture list. But maybe if you lose 3 times, you are hoping for that spark or that 1 or 2% more, not only from us, but from our fans on Sunday. A fortnight without Premier League action has allowed some of the heated debate about their recent form, flagged as a crisis in some quarters, to die down. However, Slot knows the harsh spotlight of scrutiny will refocus on his side at Anfield on Sunday. He would have liked the opportunity to have corrected their blip as soon as possible. But with a number of players performing well for their countries, he is hopeful a change of scenery may have brought them back refreshed. "I assume everyone is talking about it now again, I don't know. It is just the situation as it is," he said. "You could argue it is better to have had them with you and to have the next game, and then people cannot talk about it for 2 weeks. Now people have been able to talk about it for 2 weeks. What I like about top players is you don't notice anything if they win 3 times in a row. They don't walk into the dressing room feeling as though they are so much better than the rest of the league. But the outside world is very focused on the results, which we are as well. We don't deny the results, we need to do better. Not only because we lost 3 times, but if you look at the 10 games, it was 10 times quite equal. We are trying to work every single day to make the gap between us and the teams we face bigger, but it's easier said than done." Now, Mark Guehi has told Crystal Palace he will not sign a new contract and will leave the club next year, manager Oliver Glasner revealed to reporters on Friday and was confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Guehi's current contract at Selhurst Park expires next summer, and Liverpool remain interested in securing his signature, having agreed a £35 million deal before Palace pulled the plug. The centre-back recently insisted the drama of his failed exit was behind him, but he still sees his future away from the Eagles, informing them this will be his last season with the club. Glasner told reporters, including Sky Sports, "I think Mark has already told us that he doesn't sign a new contract, so he will leave next year. The club wanted him to stay. They offered Mark a new contract, but he said, 'No, I want to make something different,' and that's normal. And for us, it's how we can deal with this situation. What is the best way to get this next step done? And that's all about how we are talking together." Liverpool remain in the frame for Guehi, who has also attracted reported interest from Real Madrid, Barcelona and Bayern Munich, all of whom he could agree a pre-contract with from January 1st. Palace could still secure a fee if they were to sell in January, though for Liverpool it would be a cut price return, as he would then have only 6 months left on his contract. However, the reliable David Ornstein of The Athletic, speaking to NBC Sports, stated earlier this month that he is not expecting Liverpool to enter the market for a centre-back in the upcoming window. Instead, they would likely return for Gueye next summer on a free transfer if there is no drastic change to their current availability at centre-back. Liverpool will be hopeful that Gueye's commitment to them remains either 6 or 12 months on, with the 25-year-old ticking the boxes for the ball-playing centre-back in Arne Slot's system. If a January transfer is pursued, a lot will depend on Palace's stance, as it did in the summer, with the Reds not to bow to any inflated figure that is not representative of Gueye's upcoming free agent status. He could be the injection the team needs in defence as the season heads into its final few months, but the club's decision makers have proven they are content to be patient with their top targets. In other news, Arne Slot believes Alexander Isak's pre-season may be finished now, and he can be judged in a fair way after the striker played 180 minutes in 4 days for Sweden. Isak was managed carefully in his first weeks as a Liverpool player, having not been involved in team training throughout July and August. His minutes have gradually increased, and the expectation was always that he would be up to speed after the October international break. While it was an unfortunate one for Sweden, who lost to Switzerland and Kosovo to all but end their World Cup hopes, and prompted Jon Dahl Tomasson to be sacked, it was a productive one in terms of Isak's game time. I think now he's had his 5-6 weeks of pre-season, Slot told reporters on Friday, with his number 9 having played 90 minutes in both of Sweden's qualifiers, which is normal for every player, especially if you've been out for 3 or 4 months. So fitness-wise, I think he's now close to the level he should be, and now I think we can judge him in a fair way from now on. The spotlight was on Isak during Sweden's ill-fated break, and he failed to score in either of their 2 games, which left him dissatisfied. Meanwhile, there were goals from Cody Gakpo, 3, Mohamed Salah, 2, Alexis Mac Allister, 2, Virgil van Dijk, 1, and Dominic Szoboszlai, 1, with the squad's time away considered a useful refresh. I know how this industry works. If he plays there twice and doesn't score, then that's not what you're hoping for, of course, Slot said of Isak. You're hoping if they go to the national team that they score goals like Cody did, like Virgil did, like Dominic did, like Mac Allister did. Do I forget a few? Probably. He didn't score, but I think his pre-season may be finished now. He's played a few games 70, 80, 90 minutes, so let's see where he is in the upcoming weeks. Isak could start against Man United on Sunday, but finds himself in direct competition with the in-form Hugo Ekitike, who claimed an assist on his first start for France and has already scored 5 times for Liverpool this season. Slot is likely to make changes to the side that lost 2-1 at Chelsea last time out, with Florian Wirtz chief among those expected to come in. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.